And new. That's right. We're here to talk about none other than UFC #1 contender Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill. Okay, now Jamal Hill's from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Fighting out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he's an incredible fighter. Let me tell you, I've been watching him for years. I've been watching him very long time now. When he was in the smaller circuit, and to where he got to the big stage, especially when he was on Dana White's Contender Series. Now, he ended up winning that, and I honestly feel like as this point right now that he is the most successful person from that show, without a doubt. I mean, that show has spawned Sage Northcutt, Sean O'Malley, great guys like that. But as far as, Sean O'Malley has fought a former champion in Piotr Jan, but as far as caliber, Jamal Hill is it. He is fighting for the inaugural light heavyweight championship title versus Glover Teixeira at UFC 283. And I have to tell you guys, I was shocked when I seen the news, but at the same time, I was excited, super excited for Jamal. I feel like this is a grand step for him. This is going to be great for him as well. Huge opportunity. As we all know, it's a very huge opportunity to fight for the belt, even if it's in enemy territory. As you know, they'll be in Brazil, where Glover's from, born and raised. Shout out to Glover too, though. Very, very, very tough matchup for Jamal. These last few matchups, I felt like we're gonna be tough for Jamal, especially. We'll just go over his incredible fight with Johnny Walker, right? And I do believe DC saying it was funny because DC had made a point. Daniel Cormier had made a point to say that he didn't. He was basically alluding to the fact that he didn't know that Jamal had headlined before, and I was like, yo, how do you not know that? He headlined two major cards, especially Hill dos Santos and of course Hill versus Walker, which I felt was amazing. One punch knockout this guy has. Let me tell you, Jamal has incredible striking, great technique. He's poised out there. He's not rushing. He's not trying to overthrow. He's calculated. You know what I mean? And for a light heavyweight, it's great. He's 6'4", very tall frame, lanky. He has a 79-inch reach, which is good caliber, especially for a light heavyweight. And he hits like a Mack truck. I mean, the guy hits your sweet dreams for a reason. Honestly, guys, when he hits you, he hits you. When he hit Johnny Walker, they were feeling each other out, but when he hit Johnny Walker, it sent Johnny Walker flying like a wacky, wailing, inflatable tube, man. It was insane. And then he followed up with that just nasty punch to the ground. The guy has killer instinct, and I feel like that's going to play a huge factor in this fight this Saturday. You're going to see a different Jamal. I mean, every time we see him out there, it's pretty different. I mean, he's 7-1. These last fights, his last 8 fights, he's 7-1. He's only losing to Paul Craig, and that was dislocated arm. You know what I mean? It can happen to anybody, freak accident. You could arguably say that you could say he was losing a little bit, but again, we were 1 minute in. It's really hard to determine, especially a fight that's 3 rounds, and we didn't even get to see that. And I bet if we run it back, it'd be pretty different. But I feel like his toughest test to date was Thiago Santos. He showed what he's about with Jimmy Crute, packed him out, and then he showed what he was about with Johnny Walker, which I felt like would be a very tough test for him. Johnny Walker's also tall, lanky, powerful, just killer instinct as well, but he really showed his true colors with that Thiago Santos fight. The guy has literally hits like a hammer. I mean, he has it tatted on his chest for a reason. The guy hits, and Jamal took all of those, not only those in spades, but he came back firing in all cylinders. It was just a crazy matchup. When you look at it, when you look at it, you can go back and forth, but these rounds were really showing you what Jamal is made of. He took a lot of damage. He took a lot of powerful shots. He still kept coming forward. He did get tired at the end, but I mean, it's expected. There was a war. It was a war, and it was like, I believe it was the 4th round. Like, you know what I mean? Like they went to war, and I believe he got a performance. He got a fight of the night for that. He's been collecting performance of the nights as he should, because he's been knocking guys straight out, and I believe he's gonna knock out Glover Teixeira. I really do. I believe maybe 2nd, 3rd round, Jamal gets him out of there. Not because of age. Glover has all the experience in the world. I mean, he's come from fight with Chuck Liddell, training with him, sparring with like the elite guys like Alex Pereira. But I still think that's not gonna help him when it comes to Jamal. Jamal's Yeah, he's younger, but he's a lot faster. He's a lot fluent. His technique is better. It's just the only questionable thing will be the ground game, and I think that's not going to play too much of a factor. If it does, it'll be later in the rounds. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I think Glover's going to bank on, is trying to, make this a long, drawn-out fight for him so he can sneak in a submission. But I don't think that's going to happen. I really think Jamahal is going to push the pace. He's going to walk him down, and he's going to use his hands, use that distance, that footwork, and he's going to knock Glover out. And we're going to have a new UFC light heavyweight champion, Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill, without a doubt. I'm betting all my money on that, and I hope you guys tune in this Saturday to witness greatness, witness great fighting with these two guys. One a former champion, and this is Jamal's toughest test yet, and I know he can overcome it. And I hope you guys are sitting there to support, watching this Saturday. I will have another video out, probably a little past the weigh-ins, but be sure, guys, hit the like button if you agree with anything I had to say. If you like anything I had to say, but make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next episode, man. All right, man. Casuals, all my casuals out there, man. Make sure you guys tune in this Saturday to watch Jamahal Hill capture UFC gold. All right. Shout outs to Jamahal.